manner to worship, but for the sake of our time, and I'm sure we have some other things to do, I wouldn't want to keep us for too long. Let us bow our heads as we pray. Father, we thank you for the privilege of gathering us here as we discuss your word briefly. Speak to us in the ways that we will understand. In the name of Jesus. Amen. Amen. Please take your seat. I'd like to appreciate the dynamic theater for having me come again to deep. I'm sure this is our second time of being here. I have had several appointments with them, but for one or two reasons couldn't keep up with it. I am privileged to also have with me Minister Richmond Samuel from Church of God Nation. Please celebrate him. Based in River State, Port Harcourt. And I'm also privileged to have all the way from Lagos State. We have a program sometime in this month of December 27th. All the way from Lagos State, we have Glory. Celebrate her. I will not take so much of your time. I want to see how I can be fast without sharing with the drama people what I wanted to talk to you about. They have helped me to lay foundation. So I will be fast, but I want to talk to, I want to talk to people who are Christians here. So if by the time I begin, you are not able to understand where I'm coming from, where I'm going through, don't be angry with me, don't vex. Proverbs 23 verse 12. Proverbs 23 verse 12. Proverbs 23 verse 12. I will read for you. If you have your phone, you can type. Please type. If you have a writing material, please write. Proverbs 23 verse 12. This is what it says. Apply thy heart unto instruction, and thine ears to the words of knowledge. Apply thy heart to instruction, and thy ears to the words of knowledge. Forgive my voice. I'm sure this is the third, if not the fourth place I am preaching for today. So pardon my voice. And why would the Bible say, apply your heart to instruction, but give your ears to knowledge? In the book of Proverbs also, the Bible said, he is in the way of life that keepeth to instruction. Instructions are guidelines that are meant to guide you. They are set of rules, if I may add, that are meant to help you in what you are doing. We have instructions when it comes to safety regulations. We have instructions when it comes to writing exams. In almost every facet of our lives, we have instructions. They are just there to guide you, to make sure you are on the right path, to make sure that you do not make a mistake. But the Bible says, give your ears to knowledge. What that simply means is that what you hear, please take this from me. I want to talk to you from my heart. What you hear has the power to affect how you live your life. What you hear, the level of information you are exposed to, has a degree of power to affect how you live your life generally. And so this evening, I want to share with you on the topic that is titled, What Singles Must Know Before Marriage, Part 1. What singles must know before marriage, Part 1. What singles What singles must know before marriage. Part 1. How many of us are single here? You are not yet married. You are believing God that one day you will marry. Let me see your hand. I said we want to have reverend fathers and mothers. I'm not married, but I'm trusting the Lord that I will marry you. Okay, drop down your hand. If you didn't raise your hand, it is either because you are married, whether physically or spiritually, that's the indication. Either you are married spiritually, that one we will have to do deliverance service, but it's not this evening. Or you are married physically, or you are confused. It's one of the two. Or you have decided to be a reverend father or a reverend mother. Rich man, you said you wanted to be a reverend father. You still have the plan, or you have changed your mind. Okay, I'd like to begin by saying this to you very quickly. Every single, at least, every single wants to get married. Every single, or at least for those of us who have received the ministry of the eunuchs, for those who have not received, every single wants to get married. But the issue is not in getting married, the issue is in staying married. I'll come back. Every single wants to get married, but the issue we have today is not with getting married, it is with staying and remaining married. There are people who got married yesterday that are not married today. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
There are those who will be married today, and by tomorrow, they will no longer be married. So the issue, therefore, is not, I want to get married. It's a good thing. The problem is, we have to know the right things that will keep us when we get there. First of all, how do we approach this issue? Now, because I'm privileged to be in ministry and privileged to mentor young people, home and abroad, I attend to a lot of questions that concerns relationship, that concerns sex. I think it was on the 6th of December. It was on the 6th of December, one of our daughters got married. On the 6th of December. We have such issues almost weekly. Some people get into relationships. I will try as much as possible not to be offensive with my words, as much as I want to be raw. Some of our sisters are in a very complicated relationship. They are there because they have the hope that somebody, this boy say, bless a one man. And they have turned to semi-housewives already. Semi-housewives, they are already cooking, they are already washing clothes. Like the sister that the mother just told to go and prepare something in the kitchen that is angry. We have sisters like that when mommy say, help me in the kitchen, they're angry. But there's one brother house that when they go, the way they will cook, even their mother has never seen them cook like that. Yes. And for some, you have been tied down with a ring. 250 ring from a bookie.
Lord of the Ring.
You are becoming Lord of the Ring already. As a sister, you are becoming Lord of the Ring. But you are still there in that relationship. Why? It's the hope that you want to get married. I like to say this to you. I like you to please take it from me. It is better to wait long than to marry wrong. Say it again. It is better to wait long than to marry wrong. Better, always better. Let them tell you time is not on your side, as though they are the people that owns your life. Time is not on your side. I agree. You are getting old. I agree. The reason is because if you are pressured into marriage, you will be pressured out of marriage. I have to say this. I have a friend who just got married. It is not up to 2 weeks. It's not up to 2 weeks. Duly wedded. He's a pastor. 2 days after marriage, the wife carried the bag. I'm not telling you Nollywood rules. I don't have time for all those rubbish. 2 days after, say, sir, I no do. I don't do it. And I heard it, my heart skipped. I said, God. And at the best way you did talk, when you did give prophecy about, I said, God.
Who said?
I almost didn't make it to this program because of that issue. Almost. I didn't know how to tell Mama Justina. I'm sorry, something just. I came in from a distance. It was that issue we were looking at. I said, God. 2 days. 2 days after marriage. And those were people who were very excited about getting married. Please hear me. The reality we done on you, the reality about marriage we done on you after wedding. That excitement of marriage, it is after wedding that you will know whether it's real excitement or not. So what are the things that you must know? This is part 1. Maybe if Jesus tarries, we'll take part 2. I can run it into series, part 10. What are those things? As young people that we need to know that should help to guide us. That's why the Bible says, apply your hearts to instruction, but give your ears to knowledge. For knowledge. Give. Not just to I have discovered we have all kinds of knowledge. There's knowledge on how to make bottled water. There's knowledge on how to make fruit juice. We have all kinds of knowledge, but not every knowledge is relevant to you. Not all of it. There's knowledge on how to do Yahoo Plus. Make money very quickly. Don't struggle. Stupid money. You make quick money and you die quickly. There's knowledge on how to do that, but not all knowledge is relevant. So you need to be able to know what are the relevant knowledge I need. Please hear me, everybody here. Whether you are going to get married or not, whether you are married or not, the level you are now is the basic preparation level for the next one. Whether you fail or succeed in the next phase of your life, it will be determined by what you are doing now. What you are doing now. I told our people, I said, 5-10 years from now, we show us what you did 5-10 years ago. Very clear. 5-10 years from now, if Jesus tarries, this is 2020. By 2030 will tell us what you did with your life as at 2020. So 10 years from now, that's why you have that saying that 50 people cannot play together for 50 years. Because after some years, time is a distinguishing factor. You will not need to explain yourself. Time will tell us what you did with your life. Time will tell us what you did with your life. That's why it's important that you understand how to possess the right knowledge you need. What Justina didn't tell me is that there's somebody in the house that I did not see that I'm seeing. Please help me celebrate Mama Blessing. I hope she's there. I hope I saw very well. Please celebrate her for me. Celebrate. You must celebrate. We'll call off here for breakfast. Because I don't know whether I'm going to take breakfast tomorrow. Now I'm saying celebrate. Please celebrate her for me. So nothing gets you ready for the next phase of your life like adequate knowledge. adequate knowledge and the right application of it. Nothing gets you ready for the next stage of your life like adequate knowledge and how you apply it. How you apply it. What must singles know before marriage? Number one, wedding is not marriage. The first thing you should know before you get married is that wedding is not marriage. It's not marriage. Wedding is not marriage. Wedding is an initiation. Or if you like, it is an introduction into marriage. I did best man for somebody. We were in the reception. Yeah, we just drove into the reception. So they said they want to call us in to, dance in. And so, some years ago. So he was out. And the wife, they make up, I don't know what you call it, they make up artists. She did draw the thing for her face to balance the equation. So he was waiting. By the time the lady was done, the wife was, trying to wear her shoe. He exploded. Right there, marriage has started. Though. Marriage just started. Right there. What are you doing? Why are you delaying? Will you come now? I was tapping myself. No, so the day starts. Right before reception. One of our friends also got married. Right in the reception. I'm not telling you Nollywood movies. Right in the reception. While we were seated, from there you can see them. They're not ready to quarrel. I said, wait. I'm a man, no man here. What is this one? Right in the reception. They are not quarreling about money. I don't even know what brought up the issue. The man is, I don't know, God will help men. There's the kind of bill you will pay. It's only your wife that will be smiling on wedding day. She's smiling. You are not calculating 12 crates of malt are not paid. Cake lady, balance of 25. She's smiling. So anything she says that she's not supposed to say, fire. I had to give him signal. I said, oh boy, you are in the reception. No. Wedding is not marriage. Wedding, I said, is an initiation or an introduction into marriage. Wedding is a ceremony. Marriage is a journey. Wedding is a ceremony. Marriage is a journey. Wedding is for a moment. Marriage is forever. Wedding is for a moment. Marriage is forever. I will tell you what I told our people in Port Harcourt. I told them, and I'm going to say it here to you, to have a picture of the kind of wedding gown you want to use on your wedding day, and a picture of the kind of suit or coat you want to use on your wedding day, and yet not have a picture of the kind of marriage or home you want to have, is an error. Quite a lot of us sitting down here now, every time we think about marriage, we are thinking of the kind of wedding, the kind of wedding I want to use, it to have butterfly feathers. The kind of suit I want to use, for my best man will be holding it from the back. That is the only picture that comes to your mind. But there's no picture for the kind of home I want to have, the kind of wife I want to be, the kind of husband I want to be, the kind of children I want to. You don't have a picture of the kind of marriage you want to have, but you have a picture of the kind of wedding you want to have. Wedding is not. Talk to me. Wedding is not. The elaborateness of your wedding does not determine the success of your marriage. I'm not saying don't do big wedding, but I'm saying how big your wedding is not what will determine whether your marriage will succeed or not. I rather choose to have a quiet, small wedding and a big marriage than to have a very big wedding and a very small marriage. See, sir, you spent 1 million to marry. I spent 25 million to marry. What's the difference? Shall we are married? Now, some people, because they want is good. I know wedding is once for a life. You don't do it 2 times except your husband died and God give another husband. That's the only way to rewed. Some people will finish all the money they have. By even the money you have sprayed them for wedding, we clear debts. By the time they now enter marriage, they are looking at themselves. Madam go say, Oga, Alpha. Oga go say, my dad. Hey? Somebody once told me, said, sir, my wedding, I will use 3, what's it called, limousine. I said 3. He said, yes, sir. I said, it's too small. There should be 1 helicopter behind, one in front, and then, if possible, horses to guide it. 3. And that person that said, I want to use 3 limousine for wedding, does not know anything about marriage. Has not read one book about marriage. Has no, he has no knowledge. All he knows is 3 limousine for wedding. No problem. Drive it. Drive it. A lot of people today are merely excited about wedding, not marriage. I'm telling you the truth. Young people especially. Our excitement is the wedding. We are just excited I'm getting married. What's the excitement about I'm getting married is actually the wedding. When the wedding is over, reality will now dawn on you. Yeah. Shouldn't I be excited? Yes, I'm not saying you should not be excited. But I'm saying that your excitement shouldn't just be about the wedding. Because the wedding is just for, it's not even up to a day, it's just for some hours. And after that, you face the meeting. So why you are getting excited that you are wearing white gown or milk colored gown, whatever color of gown, be excited that you are ready for this marriage. And I'm telling you today, it's sad, but we have to say it. By research, the highest rate of divorce is from the body of Christ. Currently, the highest rate of divorce is not believers, it's church, from Christians who are supposed to know the word of God. What happened is what we're trying to correct now. So, don't just think about the wedding, think about the... Don't just plan for the wedding, plan for the... And my blessing is here now, she can tell you. She can tell you. She can tell you because she can... You know, in class, if you give one example, students say don't understand. You give 2, you give 3, you can give 4. If the students say don't understand, know that it's a spiritual problem. Number 2, maybe 6 or 7 things and I'm done. Number 2, it takes character to sustain marriage. It takes what? Character. In Matthew chapter 7 verse 20, the Bible said, by their fruit you shall know them. I love that scripture so much because it covers a lot of things about our lives. By somebody's character, you can know whether they will do well in marriage or not. I'm telling you. Our you know those days, the reason why our mothers, except because today some of us have become wiser than the elders. We have become wiser, or let me not even say wiser, we have become more trickish. So elders are confused. Even on those days, mommy will say, this girl will make a good wife. It's not because the girl has been coming to wash her clothes. She has been seeing the girl. Say, this one, the way her character be, she go home, she go feel home man. By the character. In Genesis chapter 24, there's no time to read. 13 to 20, write it down. Genesis 24, 13 to 20. Very long story. Abraham said to Eliezer of Damascus, go to my hometown, get me a wife. A lady of Damascus came to a well and said, Lord, please, the lady, look at this, the lady that will come to fetch water, that I will tell to please give me water to drink, and then I will beg her to give the camels. Go home and research. If you have a browsing phone, go home and check what quantity of water camels drink in a day or in 1 hour. It's more than 1 drum. That's why you can't see camels on the road, because the place where they follow, they drink water and ready for it. It's more than a drum per hour. A lady of Damascus said, the lady that will give me water to drink, and then I will beg her to give these camels water to drink, and she agrees. That's the lady that will be the wife for Isaac. You know what was she saying? The lady that has this quality of character. Rebecca came to fetch water. Please, I want to make a basic assumption, because sometimes we do analysis in scriptures. I want to believe that that day, it was not only Rebecca that came to fetch water from that well. She was not the only one that came to fetch water that day. She was not the only one. But the man said to her, please, can you give me water to drink? She said, yes. I will not just give you water. I will also give your camels water. Me, I have fetched water from the well before. Maybe if you have not fetched, you don't understand. To even fetch 2 jerry cans, it's as if they are using your waist to play puzzle. You can shift. There's somebody, a lady, not even a guy. I have ladies that if you send them to fetch water from well, you are not talking your own. No. A lady fetched water from well, gave to a man to drink, and fetched from that same well for more than 3 camels to drink.
Animals. So.
Animals. She was giving them water. She didn't know that that man was looking for a wife. That is who she is. Listen, beauty can bring you into marriage, but it is character that will keep you in marriage. So the absence of character will crumble and cripple your marriage. It will crumble and cripple it. She didn't know. But we just saw now. Our mama was okay, na drama. Our sister was praying for husband. You see how abusive and how rude and how unmannered that lady is? Not this one, that lady. We know that generally you can't win women with talk, we know. Even with our preach and teach, we know that our anointing will reach there. We know, sir, we know. Only God knows what Eve told Adam that made him eat what God said don't eat. Only God knows. Oh, if you love me, if I'm your wife, you will eat this apple. Say God says you not eat it. You don't love me. I'm not important to you. It's God that is mine. Say, okay, it's okay, I will eat. It's okay. Only Adam can tell us now what Eve told him that made him see what God said don't do. He said, God, I rather choose to disobey you or obey this one. Well, we know we can't win women with verbal power. But that you have verbal power does not mean that you should not have control for it. If you hear the way some ladies talk, a pastor came from, she will know the story. This is as far back as 7 years ago. A pastor came from Delta State, has a church, doing very well. He came to Port Harcourt to plant a new branch. Planted a new branch. In less than 2 years, they had close to 300 people worshiping. 3 years, in less than 2 or 3 years of gathering, close to 300 people. In less than 6 months, when the wife joined him in the branch in Port Harcourt, the church closed down. The church closed down. I know him. So somebody told me, say this one that this church have closed down. Are you sure the one that he left in Bayelsa, he will see it there? I said, let him go and see. Character. The absence of character, I said, it will cripple a home. Character is the secret ingredient that determines the workability of a marriage. Character. Both from brothers, so both because some brothers no expect matters at all. at all. A lady will make hair. Your wife will make hair and come and say, honey, I'm done with the hair. Say, okay. She knows you can see the hair. Sometimes she will even say, honey, I've made my hair. Do you know, I've seen it now, I've seen it. There's a reason why she's asking you. She's expecting that you'd have said, oh my God, this hair is pretty. Oh, you look. That's what she was expecting. Please listen to me, brothers. Women interpret love through 3 languages. Number 1, affection. I said number 1 is what? Affection. Women interpret love. When you say you love a woman, she looks at that love through the eyes of affection. 2, attention. 3, appreciation. Can you clap for me? You think it's easy to know both for man and woman? Affection, attention. And sisters, hear this one. Brothers interpret love through 2 things. 1, respect. 2, submission.
Yes, sir.
A man will tell you, I didn't say a boy, I say a man. A man will tell you, if you say you love me, you will respect me. You will submit. So, if you're a sister here, you have, there's this special anointing you have for, I don't know what they call these village people that fight wrestling. Okay, you call it Biba. If you have that kind of anointing, you always want to challenge your man and be punching back. Because a man wants to tell you, I'm the head of the home. He expects that if you love him, you will respect him. You submit to him. Why the woman is expecting that if this man truly loves me, should give me his attention, I should feel his affection, he should learn to appreciate me. And that appreciation includes even when the food is salty. This rice, you have been cooking rice, but this one, it tastes different. The taste is like Cameroonian rice. It's not the Nigerian rice we are used to. The wife will say, "What's it? No, the spice is like." You are just looking for a way to tell her the thing gets too much. There's a way you will tell her that the food have salt. So when you say you're hungry, so you get her and leg. Cook. If you cook for yourself, me I go happy. Clap for ladies, clap for ladies. Only God know how he created them. The Bible said God took him from Adam, allowed him to sleep. Adam was sleeping here. God didn't. You have already told the man to sleep, he's sleeping. Oh, you create the woman there. God didn't create her there. God carried that somewhere else and created her. Now say, and the Lord brought her to him. He was sleeping there. So what God used to create her, we still don't know. We will ask him when we get to heaven. That's why you should get to heaven. Yes, you have nothing to offer in marriage without character. You have nothing to offer. Your character is what makes you who you are. You are not who you are by what you say. You are who you are by what you do. A wise man said, what you are saying, what you are doing is too loud. I can't hear what you are saying. You are not who you are by what you say. You are who you are by what you do. So I can sit down here and watch what you are doing, and I can tell you at least 25% of who you are. They say action speaks louder than words. Please hear me. A bad character is like a flat tire. A bad character is like a flat tire. You go nowhere with it until you change it. A bad character is like a flat tire. When you are driving and your car has a flat tire, you must park and change. Otherwise, no way. Without character, you will scatter your home. Whether man or woman, without character, you will scatter your home. Number 3. Let me see how fast I can watch this. Number 3, what singles must know before marriage. Number 3, your preparation determines your experience. Your preparation determines your experience. In Matthew chapter 25, 1 to 12, write it down. The Bible tells us the story of the 10 virgins. The Bible said 5 were wise, 5 were foolish. The wise ones prepared themselves for the bridegroom. The foolish ones didn't. Your preparation, your experience in marriage will be largely dependent on your level of preparation. You cannot do well in marriage without preparation. Spend time preparing yourself for marriage. Prepare yourself by improving on yourself. Prepare yourself by improving on yourself. Stop saying, God will give me somebody that will like me the way I am. Hello, nobody likes nonsense. You know what I said? Nobody likes, not even God. God will give me somebody that will like me the way I am. Hello, sister. Who will like you with only Indomie? Even the Indomie is like pepper soup Indomie. Cook Indomie for us now. The water is one side. The onions is doing fellowship one side. Who will like you like that? God will give me a man that will like me the way I am. Really? Really? The way you are. Prepare yourself by improving on yourself. Marriage is work. That's why you do for yourself. Marriage might be fun. Marriage might be sweet. Marriage might be everything you have heard. But most importantly, marriage is work. You don't understand. Ask those who are there. When a man, you know some sisters, when they sleep, they have slept. Even if Jesus say, my daughter, they know they hear it. A man can wake you 2 a.m. and say, please, I'm hungry. 2 a.m. Yes. There's some married men will tell you when their wives are pregnant, they don't sleep. She can wake you anytime. Wake you anytime, she will just be massage my hand. Now there where the belly do. Massage my finger. And she knows you will go to work by 7 a.m. But she can wake you up by 3 a.m. Massage. By the time you are massaging and you are sleeping, she will be waking you. You are sleeping, no. Marriage is work, oh. If they have not told, I'm telling you now. Marriage is serious work. That's why you should prepare yourself for it. You now sleep, you are snoring, even Satan can't operate because of your snore. Somebody is praying in the next room, God can't hear because your snore is loud. You say, me, if I crash, I crash. Marry now. Oh, no, whether if you crash, you will. Marriage will put on you certain level of responsibility. And this is very important because I have learned this over the years, that marriage will only work because the people in it are working. Marriage does not work by itself. It will work because both people in it have understanding and they are working. They have made up their mind that their marriage must work. Otherwise, it will not work. Number 4, avoid desperation. Let me run with this. Avoid desperation. Romans 8:25, write it down. Never be desperate to marry. It doesn't matter how old you are. Never, never. Desperation fosters wrong decision. When you are desperate, you always make a mistake. The problem I have is good to marry. Please, it's very, 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 very good. We are 100% support of it, but never be desperate. I've seen a sister 22 years. At 22, you are still failing jam. She's still failing jam. 22, but she's so eager to marry. We are saying, look, just December, somebody got wedded, and I was talking to her. I said, how long have you known him? She said, just 3 months. I said, eh? She said 3 months. I said, okay. She said, okay. Is that what you have to say? I said, I should tell you not to marry when your wedding card is out. 3 months! You just knew him for 3 months and you're already getting married. It's okay. Just 3 months. You have known everything. Somebody called me. Say, sir, I've seen him. I said, oh, glory to Jesus. He says, sir, he understands me. He understands me more than myself. He understands me more than anybody around me. I said, that's interesting. How long have you known him? He said, 1 month. In 1 month, you understand him. I said, I've known you for 6 years. I don't understand you. For 6 good years, I've known you. We are still having issues. I don't understand you. But in 1 month, somebody understands you very well. More than your parents said that gave birth to you. I said, okay. I said, okay. I said, when your wedding cards out, please let us know. I should tell her not to marry. No. So I said, it's that man that said I should not marry. Boy, he has married. Oh, he's preparing to marry. 1 month, he understands you. Even a native doctor can't understand you in 1 month. Even God that created you is still trying to understand you because the way he created you to be, that's not what you are. Yes, he's confused. He says, is this glory? Is this glory or is this glory? Never be desperate. Desperation will blind you from seeing the truth. A man says, he's not married to you. He says, I will slap you. You are smiling. Now he's not married. He's telling you, I will slap you. When he marries you, he will slap you without telling you, I will slap you. Why? He's not married to you. He said, I will slap you. By the time he now marries you, there will be no need to inform you, I will slap you. He will just slap you. Now hear this truth. At least 20% of the issues married people have before they marry. 20%. I want to marry Glory, come. And not I want to marry Glory. I'm using Glory as an example. I want to marry Glory and we are in courtship. 20% of the issues we are going to have when we marry, the signs will start from now. But the problem is that I'm in love. I fall in love. Four, stay, die there. 20% of the issues we will have as couples when we marry, now that we're in courtship, is there. It's already there. The signs are there, but because I'm in love, I will not see. But when I now marry, I will say, I don't know that this is the way you are. A man said he told his wife, I don't know that this is the way you are. The wife said, you don't know this is how I am. I never know that I married Satan's younger brother. But you don't know that this is the way I am. Me, I don't know that Satan's junior brother I was marrying. He was telling us, I said, sir, that one we can't say anything. So don't be desperate. Desperation gives you little or no time to truly know a person. When you are desperate, you will not really know this person. Number 5, there can be no marriage without purposeful relationship. Purposeful. I said purposeful. Amos 3:3. It's not the one that we are doing. That you will date this person 3 years after that. Now, let me quickly say this, even if I don't conclude to the end. Nothing prospers marital delay like wrong relationship. Nothing prospers marital delay. You see people who sometimes they are 30, 35, 40, they are not married. Nothing causes that like wrong relationship. Now let us assume that as a girl, you manage to keep yourself. At 20, you enter first relationship for 3 years. No do. They say scatter. You are 23 by that time. You now use 1 year to gather your broken heart, use super glue to vomit. You are 24. Maybe by 25, you enter another one. Maybe that one now after like 5 years. No do. You go again. You are 30. Stop using Medicaid to confuse people. You are 30. Yes, sir. You now enter another one for another 3 years. This one now, maybe I promise you, he has even told your parents, you are very sure. Then one day, he now did something that he said, I can't marry this person. 3 years gone, you are 33. After you go and be saying, Papa, lay hands, lay leg, lay something. Wrong relationship. So you must be purposeful about the relationships you enter. I've told our sisters and I've told our brothers, a boy should not tell you, I've been seeing you before, Uncle. What is supposed to be seeing? And you know, I really like, I want us to get into a relationship. And then you will now be using your leg to be drawing the face of Jesus on the ground. Now, he's your boyfriend, you are his girlfriend. Where are we going to? Nobody knows. Purposeful relationship. That's what I've always said, until you are ready to marry, don't enter any relationship. Don't go and keep a sister waiting. Give her ring. 4 years, 5 years, 6 years, 7 years, she's waiting. Then one day you now come with smelly man that you have not got, say, I'm not doing it again. You will do. You must do. After 7 years, I've seen, look, this is not a joke. I've seen sisters in bed 7 years. And they were busy telling other brothers, I'm taking. Somebody sent me a message, he said, sir, and there's something running online. I said, what is it? He said, some sisters are saying, and you know, I told the people if I was taking, they don't return me. Oh. So somebody now said, okay, if they return you, go back and join the line. Start from the beginning. But that's what's happening in real life. You keep a sister 5, 6 years. You are even more wicked than the devil. Brother. Any relationship that has no definition has no destination. Yes. Define it. Somebody comes and says, I love you. What do you love about me? My cousin was coming back from school. He said, one boy stopped and said, I love you. Very crazy girl. Her name is Stella. She's married now. She said, hey, you love me. He says, for the first day, I just saw you for the first. I don't even know her. I said, I love you. Oh my God. She said, okay, what do you love about me? He said, I love your breasts. I love you. You don't know. Listen, there's nothing like love at first sight. Let me correct that. What we have is attraction at first sight. To love somebody, you must at least know them. Yes, sir. You can't love somebody you don't know. It's attraction. You are attracted to somebody. But you know, in Nigeria, everything is love. Like when secondary school, she can remember that somebody they beat person. The guy's elder sister was advising her younger brother's fiancé to leave the brother. The guy said, he loves me, that's why he's beating me. They said they are married now with 5 children. They are married. 5 children. Yes, tell them the 5 children. After that, they'll come and meet and say, Pastor, please pray domestic violence. I should pray for domestic. You are not mad, he's beating you. Black eye. You say he loves you. Black eye. Number 6, be mindful of who you marry. Be mindful of who you marry. Be mindful of who you marry. Who you marry will determine what you will carry in life. Who you marry determine what you carry. Who you marry can make you or marry you. Almost everything about your life and destiny will be influenced positively or negatively by who you marry. There are people that before they marry, they are very free. They are very, but now that they are married, you can't even visit them. It was Glory that was telling me of someone, let me not say who he is, I'll say it. A pastor that got married. If, whether you are a brother or you are a sister in Lagos, if you are coming to the house, it's not that the house is small. Now she be gate woman. A gate woman door for parlor. You don't enter the parlor, she will bring chair outside. Sit down here. You want to see daddy? Wait here. I said, are you never happy that she gave you chair outside? What if the one that she tell the gate man that don't open gates? Be careful of who you marry. Be careful. That's why we're saying don't be in a haste. Be careful. Because some people can pretend. They have the oil for pretending. They are under covenant for pretense. They can so pretend. It's until when you marry them, you will not know how far. That's why I pity sisters that they so like brothers that are driving cars. He drive one car. You have never seen what's the car. You just marry him. When you get to that, you know that there's no car again. It's then let's enter keke. Let's enter keke. Take time to know the person. Ask relevant questions. It's not the time to be saying I love you and the sugar in my tea and the I've heard all of those nonsense. Ask relevant questions. Relevant questions. Sorry, I'll round up with this. Listen. A lady came to me, one of our sisters. She wanted to get married. We had talked, and then the brother came and said, okay, sometimes there's nothing we can do, Sha. When people have made up their mind, they are made up their mind. They are just telling because they have no respect for you. There's something you say, they'll say, is against us. So, well, that's okay. You know yourself. Okay, come and say, don't say our people now. He went. Her father is a pastor with AG. Good church, good everything. But his daughters, they are married. She's about the last person that's about to marry. So he just told her while the boy was there. He said, okay, no problem. You have my permission to marry my daughter. He now told her, I said, daughter, when you marry, remember that you have parents. So that was all he told. His daughter, he didn't talk to the boy. She called me 2 days later. She was crying. I said, what is it? She finished crying. I allowed her to finish. She said, he said he will not marry me again. I said, and people have any issue? He said, no. 2 days ago, we went to see my dad. My dad just said that I should remember that I have parents when I marry. So he now said he cannot marry. That the way my father said it. I said, what do you mean by the way my father? How is he supposed to say? He's supposed to kneel down. A man, a boy that wants to marry does not know that you marry one person, but by extension you marry a full family. Is it the man that's supposed to tell the daughter to remember that she has parents? You don't know that when you marry somebody's daughter, they are become your father and mother-in-law. So that's the only reason why you will not marry. I said you are crying. Are you crying because God has delivered, or you are crying because he said will not marry you? He said because I said no. Cry because God has delivered. Cry, keep crying. Don't stop. But because God. Yo. Let no brother take advantage of you, sister. And sister, don't take advantage of your brother. Because you know the guy loves you. Everything now is the one buying. The recharge card is the one buying. I know of somebody. He does not pay his parents' house rent. He never married the girl. He dey pay the girl parents' house rent. His own parents, they stay for Bacha. Her own parents, they stay for 2-bedroom flat. He's paying them. School fees, so he has not married her. School fees, so it's not that the parents say they cannot pay house rent. School fees, so is the one. And sometimes somebody says he's looking for 70,000. I said, what does he want to use it for? He said he want to give it to the girl to buy food. I said, he's not married though, he's already like this. When he now married, he will say his liver. No, he has to say his liver. I like you to lift up your right hand and say, Lord, if you are not married, God help me not to make a mistake. Help me. The last thing I wanted to tell you about marriage is that it takes the will and the word